All right, UCF fans, this is Brian Smith with another episode of the Daily Night. I have here UCF's next quarterback, Mr. Thomas Castellanos. And Thomas, thank you for coming on the show, my friend. I hope all is well in the state of Georgia. How you doing?
Good. Doing very good. Yes, sir.
All right. Just to kick this off right off the bat, you committed, man, it's been a long time ago. That was spring?
Yeah, spring, summer. Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. You're going to come play quarterback for Gus Malzahn and the Knights, and you're a perfect fit. I'll get into that for a second. But just to put things into perspective of what it's like in terms of watching you play live, and I've been fortunate enough to see you play 3-4 times, this is a situation where a lot of schools recruited you at different spots. Obviously, UCF is quarterback. What other schools recruited you at a position other than quarterback? Like, pick whatever schools you want and just kind of give people a basic overview.
Well, I know UCF was one for quarterback. Georgia Southern, Kansas, Georgia Tech. Those more of a Big Ten, conference, those type of schools, and Cincinnati and Louisville, stuff like that as a quarterback. But from an athlete standpoint, Georgia wanted me as a receiver. Florida State wanted me as a running back.
Okay.
South Carolina wanted me as a running back. Clemson wanted me as an athlete. So
That's crazy. Did you ever really think about playing anything other than quarterback, or was it just like, this is what I'm doing?
At sometimes I did, my confidence and stuff like that was kind of going down at some point because I was hoping quarterback, and then all those athlete spots was coming in when the bigger schools was rolling in. But
sure.
When Gus and UCF called in the spring, I was like, I played with 7-on-7 with Team Cam South, and I taught Cam a few times, and shoot, he played under Gus, and I was like, Cam's a big role model for me, and I always looked up to him in his game. So I was like, why not go play under Gus and get on that Gus bus?
Okay. When did you know that you wanted to be a quarterback? Like, were you 10 years old, or was it when you were 17? Like, long term.
At first, when I was, I think, rec lead and travel ball and stuff like that, I didn't even play offense. If I did, I was at tight end blocking. My first year playing football, I was right guard. Believe it or not. Believe it.
That's so crazy.
I was a big fella then. And I was blocking, and then, I played linebacker, middle linebacker all through middle school. Well, not all through middle school, through travel ball. And then my 6th grade year, my brother was in 8th grade, so he was a quarterback. And then I played a linebacker and then running back. And then that next following year, we didn't have one, so I stepped up. And then ever since my 7th grade year of football, I wanted to play quarterback. I loved it. I fell in love with it. And it just gave me more of a, leadership and, control of the team, and just to be the leader and, be able to do things.
All right. Well, I know a lot of people, they want to see guys come in and, like, this isn't necessarily a fair comparison, but like what Bryce Young did this year at Alabama, he played teeny bit, last year.
Yes, sir.
And then this year he just went ballistic. People just think, well, kid's talented. He just automatically, once it's his turn. Quarterback is a very, very complex animal.
Yes, sir.
The amount of effort that goes into from a shoulders up perspective. I mean, I know you can run around guys and make guys look stupid. I've watched you do it. But to play quarterback, it's a lifelong learning skill. Even Tom Brady, I mean, he obviously kind of made his name. He's solid. They have to learn too. What are some of the things that you think you need to work on the most between now and whenever it is that you take over the quarterback position at UCF?
I would say I pretty much think I have everything down packed, but I would have to say the thing that I need to work on the most is just staying in the pocket longer and letting the play develop before it breaks down, before I get up out of there. So I would just say, even if I do get out of there a little early, I'm still looking down the field to throw the ball, But other than that, I just feel like just staying in the pocket, just, trusting the guys up front and delivering that pass and taking that blow for a touchdown or for a big play.
That is the absolute unequivocal correct answer, because the older you get, the higher you get, the more you will get yelled at for leaving the pocket early. I've seen it happen. That is a fact. So to that end, and you're obviously pretty tight with him, because he's on the same photo with you on your Twitter. Coach Kinne is a quarterback. He played at Tulsa. He's an East Texas guy. His dad was a coach. He's nuts about the game of football, and you guys got a pretty tight relationship. Talk a little bit about GJ Kinne and
GJ. That's my guy. I fell in love with him the first day. You know, the first day he called me, I just fell in love with him. He's amazing, and he's just everything he says just, you know, is just remarkable. And he just his connection with his players and the guys that he recruits, and just, you know, it's true love. You know, sometimes, you know, you can tell when it's fake love and when it's real love.
Oh,
yeah. GJ is just, it's all real love. And, you know, he told me about his life and, you know, his coaching and his playing time and all the guys he met and what he's been through. So it's just me connecting with him and, you know, kind of similar, and just meeting his family and get to spend time with them. It just was amazing. We just connected really well and just, you know, got along really well. So I'm really high on him, and I think he played a big role of my commitment to UCF as well.
Well, that's what I was getting ready to ask. It sounds like it, but that was the next question. So obviously you like Gus. Every now and then I see a video of you with talking to Gus or whatever. He's a big goofball. I mean, he likes to have fun, and he messes around with us on the media and stuff too. What is your relationship with Coach Malzahn?
I've talked to him a lot. He calls and checks on me like every now and then, and he makes sure that I'm good and that everything's, you know, everything's going good. But with him, it's more of a, you know, it's just it's nothing different. You know, it's the same way. It's all love, and he talked to me, and, you know, we talked to each other. So he's just like GJ to me. He's really cool and very good guy. So
all right. Gus Malzahn, I mean, you fit his offense, so I'm really curious to see how they utilize you in packages, what kind of offense they get you in right away, how soon it is they go no huddle with you. It's going to be kind of fun to watch. What about your situation in terms of your body? Like, are they telling you, hey, gain more weight? Are you good where you're at? Have they really talked about it?
I think me and GJ just talked a little bit about gaining a little weight, so I can take, you know, a few hits or whatever, but
yeah,
that's about it. That's the only thing we talk about, is just putting on a few more pounds so I can just take, you know.
Okay. You're give or take 195, somewhere in that vicinity?
Right now I'm about 195 to 198. So okay. Roughly they said throughout the time and throughout, you know, my career goes on, I should be about 210, 205, somewhere in that area.
Okay. Now a couple of more fun things to talk about just in general. If you were scouting yourself and you were a defensive coordinator, you know, a team that's got some talent, like when the game I was at, Warner Robins, obviously they got some dudes. They just want to do it again. What would be the most important attribute to stop from you, not just running, but more specific? Like, what is the thing you got to worry about the most stopping Thomas Castellanos?
I'm a defensive coordinator.
Yeah, you're trying to go up against yourself. What would you tell your players? Put you on the spot, man. This is fun.
I'm like, defense, I don't know if we can stop this kid, but as long as we give it our all every play, that's all that matters.
Sounds like you're throwing in the towel, man.
As long as you give it 100% every play, that's all that matters. I don't know if we can stop him, but, you know, let's hope his helmet comes out or something. He comes out the game, and, you know, then we're good. Let's hope he get injured or something. That's the only thing I think that I have to tell the defense, because just, you know, not being cocky or anything like that, but just watching myself play, you know, after every Friday night, or just, you know, watching film, and just some of the stuff I do is crazy. Sometimes I just go back and look and I'm like, how did I don't even know. I didn't even know he was right there, and I just made a miss, you know, stuff like that. I just go back and look at him like, that was crazy.
Well, that's one of the things that most really good runners do, is when there's a play going on, they just make a guy miss. Somebody comes out of the peripheral vision, and then it's just
an instinct that it's like your body do it on its own. Like, it's like you can't control it.
That's a good problem to have, though. That's a good problem to have. On that note, what is your best attribute?
I don't know. I like, for most people, they would say my you know, my legs, my feet work, you know, how quick I am and how fast I am. But for me, it would be my arm strength. Like, I can throw the ball crazy far. Like, I can throw the ball on a rope. You know, I just feel like I have crazy arm strength. Like, I feel like I got a cannon back here.
Well, I've seen your film, and you had a pretty strong arm your junior year, but it increased. I don't
Yes.
know how much you noticed that, but that's one of the first things you watch as a scout.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because if you can't, it changes the offense. I mean, no, that's because the ball goes the other way. That's not good.
So like, we'll be in practice or something, and I overthrow a guy that's wide open. I'd be like, dang, I barely put, through it. And that's how I just figured out that I was starting to get stronger, and my arm is starting to get
okay. Have you ever worked with a quarterback trainer of any kind? Not like your coach at your high school at Ware County, but like, I know you're in a rural area, so there's not as many of those. But
nah, not really. I haven't. I worked out a few times with a couple of guys, but I don't think they were really real trainers, for QB or anything like that. I done went to like, the Elite 11s and a couple of big camps when I seen Avery, the guy.
Oh, sure.
And so I would say yes, a little bit, but not very much as, other cats get, because I'm way, South Georgia, and ain't nobody.
Yeah, there's not a lot going on there.
Yeah.
Final question. Out of all the recruits that you played with, and you played with Cam Newton South, you got your buddy that's the running back and all that, but the guys that you went up against, who's the best player that you played against, whether it's a corner, a D lineman, guy that you're like, I respect this guy. He can make ball plays.
Well,
who would it be?
Well, I would say the guy that gave me the toughest challenge, like
I know there's some good ball players in Georgia, so that is a hard question.
I know 7-on-7 or like high school.
It's up to, I mean, like when you were playing with Cam Newton South, that's some dudes now, because that's national.
I'm gonna have to give it to Warner Robins DN Vic Burley.
That's kind of what
I'm gonna have to give it to him. He's oh my gosh.
When I shook his hand after that game, I mean, I know I walked up to him and he's a real nice kid. And I shook his hand and I looked down. I didn't see my hand. His hand engulfed mine, literally.
Yeah.
I mean, he's 16 years old, but that's a grown man.
Oh yeah, he from last year and this year, just watching him, he's gotten so much better. He's all over the place. Like I'm talking about, he's one of those guys. He's a DN. He could be in the backfield, and I can throw a ball down the field, and he's gonna be around the ball no matter what, every single time. Like he's gonna be after the ball. He just gives it 100% or 1,000% every single play. So I have to say Vic Burley. He gets my respect.
Well, that's why he had offers from schools like Georgia and Alabama before his sophomore year to play like D tackle at the end.
Yes, sir.
One last thing. What time are you all signing over at?
I was signed at Ware County High School in the auditorium at 11:30.
Okay. All right. Gus is doing his press conference at 2:30. So they can't officially say per NCAA rules a young man's name until the fax actually gets there.
Yeah, we talked about that when he came.
They prefer you do it in the morning so they can just get it all out of the way. Makes
sir.
it easy for them. So, okay. Well, I appreciate it, man. I enjoyed watching you play high school ball, and you're enrolling early, yes?
Yes, sir. January 8th is my moving date.
Okay. Well, did they already give you the dorm and all that stuff, or you?
I don't know how that works, but I figured, like, as the days go on and how close.
They'll let you know. They will know where you are at all times. Just how it works. Get used to that. But the food is good. So welcome to UCF in Orlando, man. And it's been good watching you, and I look forward to seeing you at UCF. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right.